Oh, hi! We're back, and it's time for Things from the Flood. If you are just joining us for the first time ever, Things from the Flood? It's an alternate universe. Sweden. Robots have feelings, orchids eat people, and lots of other stuff is happening. And lots of other stuff is happening. I am playing with my three players, Abby, Logan, and Sean. Abby, who are you playing? What's happening at home? And where are you now?
What's happening at home? I'm
Yeah, in your home
playing
life and your real life. When
Mick
you're not.
the Motorhead.
Yeah.
And what is happening at home?
What is happening at home?
Uh
What's in your
my
garden?
there's a dead body in my garden, but besides that, my dad's boyfriend is a secret spy that he doesn't even know about.
He's so secret, even he doesn't know he's a spy. True, 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 true. Okay, Logan, who are you? What's happening at home? And where are you now?
Yes, my name is Birdie. I am a vegan Buddhist who I invented veganism in the early 80s. I I have some weird psychic stuff that I can do sometimes. It almost always involves tarot cards. What's happening at home? Oh, my parents are renewing their wedding vows at Viking Land. No big deal. Oh, just kidding. Viking Land is evil and my mom is dead. Um, uh, let's see. The worst thing about my character is that my spirit animal is an eight-legged horse that leaves hair all over my room and bracelets when I don't want them. And where are we? We are currently on a bus being chased by a crazed woman because we stole her robotic girlfriend, and we're going to Stockholm, the promised land.
All right, Sean, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What's happening at home? And where are you now, spiritually?
Truly. Let's see. So I play Lucas, who is a jock, and he is captain of the high school hockey team. He's just a good boy who wishes life was a bit easier. He is looking for his missing brother, but lo and behold, someone has returned home, and everyone thinks they're my brother, except they're very obviously not my brother and look nothing like my brother looked when I had last seen him. So currently,
There's an
uh, I'm
imposter
being gas
brother.
I'm being gaslit by my parents into thinking this stranger is my brother.
Wait, did I see
And
fake your brother?
you saw my fake brother too and knew that he was not
Okay, okay, okay.
my brother. Um, yeah, so spiritually, I would say I'm having a bad time. Yeah, I think to put it mildly, it's just bad. But I think that's kind of Lucas is just usually emotionally and spiritually having a bad time. But he makes it through.
Is this the normal level of Lucas bad time, or is this a
No, I mean
slightly
this is extra
elevated?
bad, but
Okay.
at least
Uh,
we're on an adventure, so we're distracted for the moment.
And I like to make them do this fun thing where they all roll a d6, and the d6 decides three plot points. It's either a yes or no. So evens, yes. Odds, no. They don't know what the questions are. They don't know what the plot points they're deciding are until
And
they
so it's
happen.
really fun for all of us.
It's so fun! Everybody roll a d6. I've assigned them a plot point they're deciding about right
5.
now. Abby's got a 5, so her answer is no. Sean's got a 4. His answer is yes. Logan's got an okay.
How did we do?
You got 2 no's and a yes. So Logan is the most appropriate uh role for now. So you guys are on a bus with Theo on the way to Stockholm. It's you, Theo, and Logan just rolled. Are there other people on the bus? The answer is no. There are
Thank
no other
God.
people on this bus. So it's just you three, Theo and Kraka on the way to Stockholm when you guys had like looked over and saw Pia in her Honda Civic or whatever, beep, beep, rolling up and like racing the car, saying, "Give me back my girlfriend." Abby.
I definitely brought Rudy on this bus, if it's possible to
There's
bring
no one else.
Scooter
There's
on a
no one else
bus.
on here, so I will allow it.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna
Um,
enact my plan that I've concocted for the last month.
Gosh, I'm real excited for this plan.
I'd
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'd like to repurpose Rudy's turbo engine to turbo power this bus.
He has a turbo
Of
engine?
course he does.
Roll
Repurpose
for
it to
turbo engine.
turbo engine. You want to purpose it for the bus? Is
Yeah.
that what you said? Okay. I think that's gonna be a 2 success roll.
That's fine.
Yeah. She says.
How do you repurpose a
She's just gonna
engine that is
funnel.
currently active?
She's just gonna funnel the turbo into the engine of the bus.
There's something about nitro,
We
something.
open the back door of the bus. We put Rudy down, and Rudy pushes the bus.
Okay, what are we thinking? This is a tinker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be led?
Sure.
I really want to impress Mick. That's my relationship. So I'm going to lead Mick by opening. I'm just going to go up to the dashboard while he's driving and like open the glove box and just start throwing shit till I find the manual. Then I'm just going to start reading. I'm going to flip to how to turbocharge the engine with a repurposed moped, and I'll start reading that off to Mick.
Great.
I lead.
Theo hand wrote that in there. That's all things that Theo, in case of emergency.
Two successes.
Nice.
All right, take those die. That's 4.
Yeah.
All right, 2 successes. You turbo this engine. What do you tell Theo about what you're doing while you're like doing this? Does he know he's going turbo?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
are you gonna be like,
no.
connecting now?
Birdie's reading his how to turbocharge an engine with a repurposed moped. I'm like, okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go.
Hit the nitrous. All right. You totally leave her in the dust. But you know that she is probably hot on your trail. Since this is the bus to Stockholm, she can probably just figure out where you're going.
Does this bus only ever go to Stockholm?
I think it's the route always ends in Stockholm. So like there's probably other stops on the line, but it's like Stockholm is always on the line.
Can I look around and find like a discarded traveler's brochure for somewhere that's not Stockholm?
Sure. Roll. What do I want you to roll? Roll luck.
Luck. What is that?
I just made that up. Investigate, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Could be
Oh.
hidden here.
Oh yeah, I'll just go back to the glove box and then also the trash can and look through it all. 2 successes.
Great.
Oh my
You
goodness.
find the perfect brochure.
Perfect. I'm gonna stupid. I'm just gonna like I don't know. Roll down the window and right before we turbocharge, I'm gonna like nondescriptly throw it out the window, and then it's gonna like land on her windshield, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, they're going to Adalso." The Adolfo's travel guide for those new to Sweden. Of course they're going there.
And no flashbacks in this system, Logan.
I'll allow it just because we're letting it's all happening so fast. Okay, so Pia, you don't know if she takes the bait or not, but you're hopefully throwing her off the scent for a little bit.
Worst case scenario is you can't see out a windshield for a good 5 seconds.
Yeah. You just hear like skidding. Okay, so Theo is hooping and hollering as he's going turbo down this Swedish highway, trying to get you guys there in time. And you are going where in Stockholm? Theo's dropping you off where?
Oh, I know exactly where we need to go. We need to go to. You know, I said that and I don't actually remember the name. Something and
Jaguar
Sons. Jaguar and Sons.
Or something
Like
that.
biomedical chip manufacturer. Yes, Jaeger and Sons.
Perfect. And remind us why we need to go to there.
Because Harold was shot and died in Mick's backyard, and when I spoke to his deceased spirit, he said, "The surgeon, find him in Stockholm. He's the one. They've enhanced us. The chip has been built by Jaeger and Sons at the cutting edge of medical technology." And we said, that's just a simple bus ride away.
Great. So to satisfy dead Harold's spirit, you have to go to Jaeger and Sons, and Robot Girlfriend wants to go to Stockholm because it's the promised land.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna turn around and say, "Hello, I'm Kraka. Are we at the promised land?"
Not yet, Kraka.
Oh, I'm very excited to go there. When will we be there? Who are you?
We are simple
I'm a
passengers on
robot.
this bus. Yes, Kraka, but that we don't know what that means.
Kraka,
That
you
could mean
can't just
anything.
tell people that you're a robot. That's not gonna really fly in the promised land.
But the promised land is for robots.
But there's a lot of not robots there, Kraka.
Mhm.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know. I don't think that's true. It's the black lands that we have to worry about. Once Stockholm is where robots go to be happy.
Well, that's great to hear. I love robots being happy. Anyway, do you know where you need to go in Stockholm? Is it like check in at the desk, or is it just once you enter the legal city limits?
Kraka's like, I don't know what that means. I need to go to the promised land.
Oh. Hey, I'm gonna mosey on up to Theo as he's like giggling and exceeding the speed limit.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know of like I don't know, like a shady dive or somewhere called the Promised Land in Stockholm, or like literally anywhere?
Oh,
And
the promised land. That's pretty sketchy place. But I know where that is.
Oh,
it's a
what?
real place.
Yeah, the promised land, Valhalla. It's a it's a garage. It's a motorcycle garage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna need to make 2 stops.
Are we gonna turn her into a motorcycle?
I don't
It was like,
know.
I don't know why you want to turn anybody into a motorcycle, but yeah, I could take you. I mean, it shouldn't be too far from Jaeger and Sons.
I think first stop Promised Land. Second stop Jaeger and Son. Right? Because as soon as we get rid of this robot, then Pia's SOL.
Yeah, but if we just
What?
drop her off at the Promised Land, then P is just gonna arrive and take her. So we should keep her while we go to Jaeger and Sons. And then
Why do we even have her?
But I don't. Pia
she needs to
didn't.
go to the Promised Land.
The
As
robots
she
created the idea of the Promised Land by themselves. Pia didn't program that in, so she might not know that there's a place called the Promised Land.
You think it's a coincidence?
She didn't do it. I don't think it's a coincidence.
It's not like the robot has been talking about the promised land for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'm sure they talked about it.
just for reference, that robot arm, remember you found like a smashed robot way at the beginning of this, way, way, way back? That robot also mentioned the promised land.
Yeah.
She was probably trying to fix them anyway, so they weren't even thinking about it. I'm sure she knew about it. You can't have
Okay.
your perfect Viking robots talking about leaving Viking land.
I'm going to a mechanic in Stockholm. That sort of breaks the immersion of the whole Viking land. I don't know. I feel like we should have Crockett stick around because who knows what's going down at Jaeger and Sons, and she is definitely
A
unexpected.
robot?
They don't know about. They're not a robotics lab; they're a medical lab. So let's throw a robot at them; they'll have no idea what to do.
That's true. Okay, I'm convinced.
Theo's like, great. I mean, the garage is open late. You know, it's a motor garage slash motorcycle club. So,
Hmm.
you know, should be fine. You guys don't look like the kind of crowd though that would go to.
Hey, keep your judgments to yourself.
Okay, I'm just telling you, it's real punk down there.
What punk? I could be punk if I wanted to. I just don't want to. I'm that
Okay.
punk.
Well, that's the attitude we need. Perfect. You. Theo's like, okay, we'll be there, and you know, we should be there in about 20 minutes. So let me know if you need any other stops. Actually, 15 with that turbo boost. Thanks, Mick.
My goodness, 25% faster.
At 25% faster. So if you guys want to do anything else on the bus, let me know. Or do you just want to skip to pulling up to Jaeger and Sons?
Have a nice conversation with one of them. Probably both of them because we're the only people on the bus.
Both of
You
them?
mean all
Okay.
three of us because Croc is here?
Crockett doesn't know us. It'd be rude if she listened to our conversation. Okay,
Are
just
you a robot?
that's a good question, Kraka. You can't ask everyone that; it would be rude.
Okay.
What are we gonna do when Pia inevitably shows back up?
I don't know.
Improvise?
Improvise? Like she's bad, right? Or is she just crazed?
No, she's
No,
just
she's
crazy.
just
She works
crazy.
for the Swedish security service, I think, which
Mm.
is not great for us.
But she's also not doing a good job of it.
No.
What if we called them on her?
How would that work?
Hi, we have one of your agents. She needs rehabilitated.
We're giving her a brain chip to make her normal.
Actually, it might be good if she discovers us at Jaeger and Sons. Or not discovers us, but discovers the shady stuff Jaeger and Sons is doing. Because if she's
That's
in the
true.
intelligence thing, they should
I
probably
mean,
know
what are
about this.
we gonna do at Jaeger and Sons? Break in?
Figure,
I mean,
yeah. I got
do
4
what?
Swedish fish. We can get into any high-tech lab. And do what? I don't
And
know.
destroy it.
I promised Harold that we would go there and stop them from doing something or figure out what they're doing. They put chips in all of the Black Ring,
No.
the not the
Collective.
Black
The
Pearl
collective.
collective, and all of the collective. And that means Sunshine Jackson is in danger by them, and we need to help her.
But do we even
Or
know what the
Sunshine
chip
Jackson set it
does?
all up.
Oh, the chip makes them all like.
Yep, the collective way out.
Makes them all like
Hmm.
You did, just as a refresher, when you broke into the Black Pearl, you did manage to use Harold's chip to keep the collective in check before you went in. So you know that there's some broadcast from these chips that keeps all of them kind of like on the same wavelength, essentially.
I mean, we
Are
could
you?
try and find a way to like disable all the chips or something.
There's gotta be a master. If There's got to be a master chip, right? Otherwise, all of these like intelligences would just be a confluence of like disaster. But if
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
master chip, then it has like the directive.
And then we
I
could
don't know how
sick them on
computers work,
Pia.
so
Oh my god.
Points for the word confluence, though.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so plan A, hack the entire consciousness of the collective and
Yep.
sick them on Pia. Plan 2, get there really early, dig a deep hole, and then throw Pia in her second hole of the day. That's plan B.
And leave her there.
There. Okay, perfect. Now that we're all on the same page, Theo, hurry it up.
You got it, boss. And he like double turbo speeds.
Double turbo.
Okay, so Theo pulls up to the nearest bus stop next to Jaeger and Sons because he's crazy, but he's not that crazy that he wouldn't drop you off at the bus stop. That would just be insane. Which is just down the street. And he says, "Oh, I'll wait for you guys here until you're ready to go to the promised land."
Good. Don't let
it-
anybody on this bus.
Yeah,
okay,
you might
sure.
instead of waiting here and like clogging up the bus lane, you might just circle.
How long are you guys going to be? I can't circle indefinitely.
TBD. Big TBD.
What do you mean you can't circle indefinitely?
I mean, I would have no fuel to get you guys back.
Circle cautiously.
it'll be fine. He's a bus driver. He knows what he's doing.
Just put the out of order button on the
I'll put the
bus.
flashers on. Yeah.
Yep. And just park right there.
You guys see Jaeger and Sons. I mean, you see that this is just like there's like kind of like a factory, essentially where you've pulled up. And as you walk up, you can see that there's an entrance to, you assume, like the general public, and like maybe an office, but it is a factory. And Sean rolled that yes, Jaeger and Sons is open, so the
Oh,
lights are
nice.
on, people are home. And you can take that front entrance, you can go in the side, do sneakity sneak, however you want, but
Okay, I have the perfect idea. We go in to the front door.
Uh-huh.
I present my chief executive intern
Yeah.
badge. Then they have to let us in.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. We've been sent by Sunshine Jackson
Hopefully they
Who
don't try to
to
call
check
Sunshine
up
Jackson.
on the
to check up on the thing.
The thing,
Let's
yeah,
not use
the
the word
thing.
on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants an update.
Yeah.
On the thing. Because then if they have a plan, then we learn it. Mm-hmm.
love
This
it.
could
Okay.
not go wrong.
And then we
This
can
could never go
if they
wrong.
push back, we can say there was an incident and this is of utter importance.
Oh, I mean, there was an incident, and this is of
It's
utter
true.
importance.
There was literally an incident.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. That sounds great. You guys can walk on in
With the utmost air of importance.
with the utmost air of importance. You see usual typical kind of like receptionist and office. Looks like there's like maybe 3 offices and then the rest is the factory. As you walk into the fluorescent lighting and you just hear, the mechanical clickety clacks of manufacturing happening, you look over and you see the portrait of 2 men who look startlingly alike. And underneath of it, it says Life and Klaus Jager, Jager and Sons, and it's like their kind of like opening of the factory picture, kind of inaugural picture.
Stroll up to
And
the
then,
reception.
yeah, okay. Nameless receptionist is at this reception desk. Oh, hi. How can I? How? Oh,
I'll slide
high
my
schoolers.
chief executive intern badge on the desk.
Oh, chief executive intern. Okay.
Yeah, we're sort of a big deal. We got sent here by
Mm.
the head honcho of Viking Land. I'm sure you've ever heard of it. Or one of your biggest uh partners, the word for people who do business with you.
Clients?
Clients.
Okay, the clients.
There was an incident with one of your products, and we've been sent here to speak with the director.
Great. She needs to be convinced.
Convinced.
Convinced. You can do that however you wish. I feel like a charm is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, a charm would be lovely. I'm charming.
Are you?
I can be fairly
The
charming.
most.
Oh, what?
One success. Okay, you get to pick a thing.
Oh, I do get to pick a thing? Oh, my goodness.
I think
Wait, I
you
thought
do.
that's a bonus effect. So I
Oh, is
only had
that a
to.
bonus
Yeah.
effect, JK? Okay, so you are just so confident despite your
I
age.
have a badge.
You have a badge and you talk like you know Sunshine Jackson.
I do.
We do.
She
Personally,
sh-
intimately. I know she has a
personally,
soul.
yeah. You've seen Sunshine Jackson's soul. And so the secretary goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." And so what are you asking her to do exactly?
I want to meet with Life or Klossgager.
Okay, great. You're gonna meet with Life. And she's like, "Okay, right away. Yeah, go ahead. I'll page you up." So she presses the security button that lets you guys through, and she's like, "Okay, follow me. I'll lead you over." And she like knocks. Um,
I can't believe that worked.
Birdie, what is
she's
the
like,
plan now?
she's like,
We talked to him.
"Mr. Yeager Senior. Sunshine Jackson's officials are here
Chief
to."
executive. Chief
Chief
executives.
executive intern is here to speak with you
Thank you.
about
Thank you.
the project. And then you hear him go, "Anta." Uh,
Oh my god, Lucas is like quaking. Like anxiety sweats are just like beating down his face. He's starting to hyperventilate. He's like, Mick, what are we doing? What is
We're not
happening
doing
right
anything.
now?
We're letting Birdie handle
and she's like, "Okay,
it.
in you go." And she like shoos you in and then firmly locks and like closes the door behind you.
That can't
And
keep out this hunk of jock. I
The
can't keep
jock
in
is
this lump of
currently
jock.
clutching Mick's hand for
he's
dear life.
currently a nervous mess, so she can shoo him effectively. You guys walk into this office, Life's office. And you're not sure like what age he is. Like Jaeger and Sons makes you think one's the father, one's the son. This man is like indeterminate age. Um,
Didn't she
in
call him
fact,
Jaeger Senior though?
yeah, she did, but you wouldn't visually be
Okay.
able to like tell. And in the photo too, they looked kind of indistinguishable age-wise. And so you see, just this like perfectly sterile office. Everything's like shades of white, gray, um, totally pristine, those glass trophies that they give doctors and things are all on the side of the uh, wall. And he's sitting behind his computer and he looks over his computer at you with his piercing blue eyes and says, "Now what can Sunshine Jackson have to say to me, Logan?"
We've 100% brought Croco with us.
Okay, Croc is there
Oh, I
too.
forgot about that.
She cannot be left alone.
No, she can't.
Okay.
um okay. Did you give
He said,
Crockett any instructions in this flashback where you're reminding me that Crockett came with you?
Crocker,
Don't
just
mention
don't
you're a
speak.
robot. Yeah.
Because otherwise Crockett will say, "Hi, I'm Crockett. I'm a robot."
I'll say, Crocker, this is the first part of coming to the promised land. You have to pass the trial of silence.
Okay, great. She'll buy that for until she gets startled.
All right. Well,
Um,
she doesn't startle easily, so that's good. Okay.
she's been through a lot.
What did he say? What can Sunshine Jackson?
Oh, what can Sunshine Jackson possibly have to discuss?
Hello, Mr. Yeager. I am the chief executive intern of Viking Land. These are the other interns of Viking Land.
Mm.
Um,
Interns, infamously reliable.
yes, that's how I earned chief executive. We understand. We have been sent, and I know you understand that we do quite a bit of business. Quite a bit of your business is being done at Viking Land.
Hmm.
But there's been an incident, and we just wanted to know we just have been sent to get an assurance and an update.
Okay, you are gonna need 2 successes to convince him, or some other lead-in action. I feel like while this is happening to convince him that
I
to give confidential information.
Someone wants to leave me, that's great. If not, can I set up myself with an empathize to see how he's reacting to my story and cater my story as he's reacting?
Yes,
Okay.
you can. Is Lucas in any condition to lead?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Lucas is not in a good condition to lead, but I'm trying to think if there's any way he could. Um, we didn't keep. Oh, I did talk to the collective guys for a little while. Oh, no, I don't think I have anything.
What about you, Mick?
I'm trying to think.
I can cue one of you in. Other intern, please fill him in. Give him the incident.
Fill in the incident report.
What's my lead? 5? That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I'll give him the incident report on Harold. And just walk him through that very maybe not that he's buried at my house obviously, but one of your people escaped, ran away, was killed off site. And due to that there have been security issues with somebody having access to the chip that Harold had.
Great. And that chip, did you guys leave it at the farm or do you have it with you
No, I
still?
definitely have it. But
Okay,
that's
do you
not
show?
getting pulled out.
Okay. She's got a chip and she's got a vial of silver liquid.
Oh God.
How did she get
Perfect.
that?
I
She's
scraped
had
it up.
it. She's
I
It's
thought I had it.
No,
mostly lube
yeah,
oil.
it's mostly lube oil. She scooped it into a vial after you broke the thing or something like that.
she squeezed. Yeah, she took a syringe and
Right. Yeah, I
um.
remember.
Okay, great. So I'll let you lead. That sounds like a good lead. You're leading by setting
Ugh.
up Birdie.
Okay, here.
I thought you meant you had a bonus of 5 to
No,
leave.
no, no, just total 5. Which is okay. I'm scared.
Yeah, he's a very scary man.
And that's 2 dice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like probably the most overtly personality scary person you've you've met.
You could empathize also as a starter, and then take the lead.
Is that the rules of this game, or am I just making up things?
Sarah said it was
You're
good.
making up things, but I'm letting you do it because
Okay. Perfect. Well, I'll empathize.
Sean's just laughing
I
as
don't
I'm
have
like,
access to the rules right now, so
we
Whoa.
have to. Ooh. Okay.
he has no soul, unlike Sunshine Jackson.
He does, in fact, have no soul.
Okay, I get questions, and then I get a bonus. So that was perfect. We're
Mhm.
not even breaking the rules. When I act on this information, I get a plus bonus.
yeah.
Okay. What does he want?
He wants.
Okay, I'll ask another question, and that might
Yeah.
make answering that one easier.
Yeah.
I first want to know if, like, because I've said that we were here with Sunshine Jackson, and then I tried to make it sound like we were here
On
not
behalf.
not on behalf of, like, we're just here with the work being done at Vikingland, not on behalf of Vikingland. And I want to see which one he reacts better to, and I want to know if he's working with Vikingland or if this is like infiltrated Vikingland.
Okay. So you want to see from like what you've said what he reacts to. Like
Yeah.
so okay. So as you're just talking more talk about like Vikingland, Sunshine Jackson, the farm. You notice that he reacts to Sunshine Jackson.
Positively or negatively?
You can tell that like he knows of her. Like he's
Okay,
familiar with her in a business
perfect.
sense.
Okay,
Like they've
second
probably
question
worked
then.
together.
Then what does he feel about her?
He feels as much compatriotism as this man can possibly feel. He's like, you kind of get the sense that he got an opportunity with Sunshine Jackson.
Okay, and then what does he want?
Mm.
I guess out of this interaction that we're in, like, does he want to get us out the door, or does he want to actually do
He
business?
he wants to make sure that you're official
Okay,
because you can sense that you don't even need to sense, you already know that he's like into some sketchy shenanigans. Um and so he wants to like maintain security, like he wants to maintain privacy, but he's also a perfectionist, so he doesn't want his reputation ruined if something has gone wrong.
I guess that's sort of the other question then, was what is his weak spot? If he's a perfectionist, that'll count for that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I get a bonus.
Perfect.
I had 2 bonus dice. I think that's a +2 because the first success doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's 4 bonus dice on this charm, which I'm gonna need.
We're gonna need, because you need 2 successes.
Ooh,
I believe in you. You did it. Okay. You're not getting any of the charm bonuses because that's exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
Well, I would have formed a lasting relationship with this man.
No, you
Do
must make him
you?
infatuated with you.
That is our popular choice.
That's the rule.
Okay. You managed through your empathize and through Mick's excellent diverting of his attention and like setting you up. You managed to just sow enough seed of suspicion in his mind that you actually might be from Sunshine Jackson, that he will talk to you more about the incident, and like he's now kind of going to be like, well, what happened, like what went wrong, tell me more, that kind of a thing.
Under my breath to the others, I say, I can't believe that worked.
And he looks over at as this is happening, like as you're whispering to them, it's kind of like a break in his attention. And he looks over at Lucas and he goes, "You look awfully familiar. Have I met you before?"
What?
We gotta go.
What? You haven't met me before. uh, Luke. Yeah. Lucas just looks like the blood drains from his face. He crushes Mick's hand a bit more, and he says, no, so I'm feeling a little seasick. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Bye." And he just leaves. He flees the scene immediately. Um, and
I'll remember where I saw him before eventually. It's just I have to fix this sunshine problem first.
Isn't the door
you
locked?
hear
Didn't
dry
she lock
heaving
us in
sounds
here?
in the hallway.
I don't know why his office would be externally locking, but
Well, I said locked, but I just meant like firmly
Oh, okay.
closed. Not actually. You're not locked in there.
Okay, that's good.
But
I will break
closed
the
in a
handle.
weirdly firm way.
Don't mind him.
Oh, I won't. So tell me more about this problem. What could have possibly gone wrong? Are we supposed to be responsible?
yes, you are responsible because one of your people, who I have and Sunshine Jackson have been told would be very
We don't
reliable.
have people.
Yes, you
We
do.
have chips.
But one of your chip people escaped.
Oh.
Went rogue, truly.
Yep.
And that chip is gone, compromised.
Gonzo, compromised, and there was a big security incident at the Black Pearl.
So like I said, we want an assurance. What are you going to do to fix this? And we want an update. I'm going to be real vague about an update on what.
He's like, tell me which one of the products malfunctioned. Who was assigned to the chip?
Harold.
You just notice that
Harold.
he doesn't care about is
Oh.
chips first,
Chip
person
Harold.
second. Harold,
Okay.
the person assigned to the chip
The
inserted in
person
Harold.
assigned to the chip was Harold. Okay, and he like clickety clacks away, and he goes, "I mean, I don't understand what could have gone wrong. I performed the installation myself." Okay, yes. What exactly? What did the chip do?
Went rogue, just ran out of the facility. Who knows where it went?
Under the fence,
All right.
got shot at.
Under the fence, yeah, got
Escaped
shot at.
to another island, not the farm or Viking land.
And was the person assigned to the ship cogent? Were they showing signs of normal functioning?
Do you mean normal for having a chip inserted, or normal as a person?
Normal as a person.
Yes, I would say yes.
Interesting. Okay, well, this is very concerning. I'm glad you told me about this because we have never, Jaeger and Sons has a perfect record. We have never had a single malfunction.
Might not put
And
that
we
on his
work with
writing yet.
many, many clients, and this is the first one that has been reported to us. So I'll look into our records. Is there any chance that you retrieved the chip and the person assigned to it?
No, we
Could
told
I
Negative on
examine
both of those.
he's gone, and there was a security incident because somebody else has the chip.
Yes,
And I
somebody else
honestly
has the chip.
can't believe that you don't already have tracking on your chips, so you would know that this had already happened.
You don't have
Okay,
tracking on your
what
chips,
are you
right?
trying to get him to do now?
Get flustered.
What is your secondary goal?
I guess should divulge to us, like, Harold was malfunctioning, but what are the rest of the collective doing? Like, what was Harold malfunctioning from? duty wise? Like, are they just
Okay.
security at the place, like,
Yeah.
or are they doing something nefarious?
Okay. Well, okay. So you want to know, yeah, like how are these directives being given out? Is he like what's his whole role in the thing? So he's just going to be like, look, unless I have the body, I can't tell. Like he just might have some like abnormal anatomy that has caused, I could never have messed up the installation. That is
Hmm.
absolutely not a possibility. So his he must have some abnormal brain functioning. Or what I could do is that I could go and check the receiver uh, at the farm and see. But as long as everybody else hasn't shown signs of malfunctioning, it should be fine. It's a one off incident.
Follow-up question. That chip is missing. What if it was put into somebody else? What are the signs of the chip being put into someone else? Like, how do they function, you know? Like, what makes them different than normal person on the street?
Well, the chip is implanted to synchronize individuals. So to whatever frequency that they're tuned to, they will be synchronized. We
Is
have
there
many
okay.
different types of chips for many different types of
Uh,
synchronization.
I
Sunshine
yeah.
Jackson only uses but one of our products.
Oh, okay. Just spitballing here, like trying to troubleshoot with you. What if this
Hmm.
Harold, I don't know, like regretted having the chip put in him? Is it like a consensual process, or could he have like not liked that and that's why he went?
Oh, I have nothing to do with that. The bodies come to me.
Are they living when they come to you? So I understand you don't value human autonomy, but the way you said bodies is quite alarming.
You get the sense, I'm gonna just say your empathy has been so you did so well, you're getting a continual empathy feedback from this. Um, you get the sense that when he says bodies, he just literally sees all people as bodies. And like they were living, but he like they're like knocked out essentially when he gets them. So like he just like walks into a black, like into a black room. There's somebody knocked out with anesthetic there and he inserts the chip and they leave and he never deals with them again.
Um,
And the receiver, like he's not in charge. He's just the he's just the mechanic once the client has commissioned him to install these chips, they have the receiver or
is the
the
receiver what
radio.
Mick hacked into?
Yeah, so Mick hacked into, the frequency projector. I'm calling it a receiver. That's probably not the best word, but um whatever's broadcasting the directive, the client has that. So like he might have Sunshine Jackson as a client, he might have, you know, the mob as a client. Like
The
he
Swedish
has a
intelligence service.
Swedish intelligence service as a client. He's got potentially like a whole roster. They all have individual broadcasters and individual chips for that portfolio. So he has no idea what their purpose is
Mhm.
for using these chips. He just
Okay.
makes them, implants them, gets money, makes them, implants them, gets money, kind of a thing.
Okay. Any other questions, Mick? Okay. Well, I'll hit him one more time with the we need. Okay, that was our assurance. What about our update? Any update? Any updates for us? Updates on the thing?
He's like, unless you take me, no client has ever wanted me to mess with the broadcast transmitter.
Okay. You have a
He's like,
business
but I
card we could call
can.
you
He's
if
like,
we do come across the chip and or body?
yes, of course. I will happily we do have a warranty on the the chip. It's a good for your just under the 3-month warranty. So I will give you a free new chip insertion into the next body that you have, and I'll
Mm,
come and retrieve the old chip so that it is no longer uh, potentially operative.
troubling. Okay, perfect.
Excellent. And what did you say your name was again?
Yeah, I simply go by chief executive intern.
And how about you, young lady?
My name is
Mhm.
Birgit.
He's like, "Excellent. Well, I do have a call scheduled with Sunshine Jackson, so I'll make sure to tell her that you guys came and handled this situation for her
Perfect.
in person."
I don't know if that will be necessary. She has the
You
utmost
said you
confidence
wanted
in
an
us.
update.
Yeah, we wanted that. I don't. Not Sunshine Jackson. She has too busy to get the update.
Ugh, you're gonna have to roll to make him not tell Sunshine Jackson. He did say in a few days, so you have time.
Mm,
I have a
mhm,
plan
mhm.
if you fail this.
She's got like a standing monthly with him.
Oh, okay. What do I roll? A charm again?
Mm. I'm like, convince. Yeah, we'll make it charm, and you can make it just one.
Thing. Oh,
Oh, good job.
I'm on a roll.
You are on a roll. Look at you. All right, what do you say to convince him not to
I
tell
say,
Sunshine?
sir, I have earned chief executive intern the title, and so Sunshine Jackson does not need to be bothered. She has the utmost faith in us, and so she would not appreciate you wasting your time because it would imply that you doubted her decision making in this promotion. So just don't mention it. I think it'd be best for your future business.
Great. Well, I have nothing but respect for Sunshine Jackson, as
Same.
anyone who knows her would.
But she's just so
So
great.
he says, "Great. I will not stir the pot, as it were, but be sure to reach out to me for further retrieval and updates." And he gives you his card with, you assume his personal line. Um, and he goes, he presses a button and his door opens from his desk, and he's like, "You may go now."
Hey, thank you. This has been a great conversation, and then I quickly leave this room.
Yeah, and then you hear kind of in the back, you're like, "Oh, that's where he's from."
Did you say something? Sorry, I was leaving and I heard you say something.
Oh, no, no, nothing. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm sure that he just is confused.
What if he's chipped all of Lucas's family so that he can convince them that fake Michael is Michael?
Mhm. What if he's chipped all of us and we don't know it?
He probably just remembers me because he gets information from all the collective, and I talked to them that one time.
But I don't think he does. Because it sounds like he just
It's
like,
very hands off, yeah.
yeah,
But I mean, why else would he remember me?
from your family.
Why
And
would
look,
he
yeah,
chip my family?
I don't
So
know.
that they can convince, so that they think your brother is your real brother.
Why would that matter to him?
I don't
He
know.
just does what people pay him to do.
It's true. Yeah.
Questions. These
Conspiracy.
are the questions. All right. Well, this feels like a natural time for a 10-minute break. Um, so much has happened. Now we just have to go to the promised land. Uh, Kraka has been silent the whole time. I want
Good,
everyone to give her a pat on the back for that.
but not too
Um,
loudly or she'll clink.
yeah, she'll. And yeah, so we'll take a 10-minute break and come back and head to the promised land.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Hi. We're back. And we have a sort of pseudo plan. Sounds like Lucas wants to sneakity sneak before we go to the promised
Oh,
land. Lucas, what do you want to do?
yes. Lucas drives outside of the door. We've mentioned this quite a few times, but I just want to drive it home.
He is unsettled in body and soul.
Unsettled. But he's going to get his courage together. He's gonna listen. He's gonna center himself. He's going to hear that the three of them are still talking and seem very distracted inside of that room. He's gonna whisper to himself. He's gonna say, "Go Griffins! Go Griffins! Go Griffins! Go Griffins!" And then he's going to start sneaking his way through this building.
Sneak, yeah.
Yes, because I believe we got told we got paged past security,
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully they don't have more than one level of security, or we're already past the highest level.
You're in the offices. You're not like at the front. You've like gone through. So
Right.
you're in at the offices and you can see that there's a door to like what seems to be like the chip manufacturing part of things.
Yes, I'm interested in chip manufacturing and maybe finding the operating slash we're gonna call it supply room since bodies are considered raw materials, it seems like.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So maybe
So you see this
um
door to only the door to like what sounds like the manufacturing floor.
yes.
And it is like a heavy reinforced steel door
Well, that's
with
never stopped me before.
with a little like electric pad with a little outline of somebody's hand.
I'm foiled so quickly.
Well, you said tentacle whip fixes all things, so you
Tentacle
know.
whip fixes all things, but for how long I don't know. Um I first try the tentacle whip on the hand palm reader to see if that acts as a pass.
Tentacle whip as a hand unfortunately does not work.
That is incredibly
Rejected.
distressing. Um, can
Dr. Yeager, please enter in your code.
Dr. Yeager? Um, I can't hear like anyone on the other side. It's just machine noises.
It's just machine noises.
So it's like a steel reinforced door. Are there other adjacent rooms? Like I'm at the end of a hallway. Are there like doors to the left and the right by any chance?
Yeah, you see one other office which you assume is for Klaus Yeager.
The
And
other important guy?
the other important guy. And there's no light on though. And then there's another uh room with maybe some
Okay,
like whirring noises and
some
not
whirring noises. Okay.
manufacturing noises, but like low hums.
Okay. First things first, I want to go into that room.
Okay. Looks
Is it
like bunch of computers.
so just maybe like a okay, that doesn't matter. Lucas
Like a
doesn't
server room. Like if you knew
right.
what a server
If I
room
knew
was
what
in
that
the
was.
90s, that's what it would have looked like.
Now I want to go to the wall adjacent to the manufacturing wall. And
Okay,
instead
great.
of going through the door, I want to go through the
Through the wall.
drywall of these
Great. Great.
to
You
get
may attack the cinder block.
Oh, it's cinder don't no.
I will make cinder block harder than drywall. Let me put it that way. Black tentacle whip can treat cinder block like drywall.
I will also try and look for like, I don't know, some place where they've done wiring. Like I try to look for some sort of faulty,
Okay, great. Sounds great.
weaker area as well.
It'll just be a level 2 force, 2 success force. because you got a black
Okay,
tentacle
well,
whip.
I will tentacle whip, of
Yeah.
course, with my force. I use it like a prying, digging tool. Oh,
This tentacle whip is
Yay!
the best thing I ever made.
It is.
it is the
That's why I
best
have to make
thing
it
you ever
harder.
made, and I'm glad I have it. Okay. It doesn't have
All
to be
right.
big either. It just has to be big enough for me to like tunnel through.
Okay. How big do you
So
want it to
jock.
be? You succeeded. So you can decide how big you want it to be.
I guess like 3 foot round, probably.
Okay. Great. And we'll say that you did that with a moderate amount of noise. But not
Yeah, but I'm
anything
in a server
crazy.
room.
Yeah, but you're in a server room. Nobody would expect that to be the entry point. Okay, great. So you are going through that hole, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Walk through, you see that it is all machines. It is like super high tech. It is just machine arms doing robo things, conveyor belts conveying the parts, and they're all little teeny tiny. Maybe some lasers are in there too, just making little chips. Um, you know, boxing them up. And it does seem like there is another door on the far side of the floor that doesn't lead outside because there's no light coming through it, so you know that it's
Okay.
probably a separate room on the floor.
Yeah, I want to explore it.
Okay.
I'll go there. If I'll try and be sneaky relatively, just out of
There's nobody
fear
that
of
you can see, it's just robots.
there's cameras everywhere, Sarah.
There's cameras everywhere. That is a potential.
He's channeling. When did Mission Impossible first come out? I don't know, and I don't care. He's channeling his Mission
Mission
Impossible.
Impossible. Tom Cruise. Let's go. Okay, so sneak your way there, boo.
Tom
With the
Cruise,
intent of
international
not
icon.
being seen by cameras.
Could I argue for a move in that, at the very least, I want to go quickly?
You can
'Cause I
argue
know.
you could argue for a move in the fact that a human would see you, but you're moving into the blind spots of cameras and
Yes, and I want to
stuff.
move quickly because I don't know how long they'll talk.
Okay,
And
that's
if I
fair.
get extra successes on a move,
All
I
right,
can
that's
be
fine.
sneaky instead. I can add sneak to it. Oh, hell yeah. So
Yay!
I will also make it so that I am sneaky while I'm moving quickly.
Cool, cool, cool. You get to this door. It is locked, but it does not have a light on underneath of it. You don't hear nobody on the other side.
The other side.
But it
Do
says
I
installation room on it, so that sounds promising.
does it have a fancy hand lock again?
Does it roll a d6?
Sarah.
Even does no.
Ugh.
It does have a fancy hand thing on it. He's a paranoid
Do
kind
I
of guy.
see any other entryways to this door? Like, where do the chips go? Do they like go through a wall?
Mm. I was thinking that they go into like a box at the end.
They just go into a box at the end. There's not like a separate
But
packaging area.
you can't, this door is not a steel reinforced door like the other one. Like it's a little more of a regular door than.
Uh, okay, I'll just break it.
Okay. Break it.
Yeah, I'll just force that tentacle whip, of course.
Wow.
Ooh, cool.
Perfect. What's your extra success?
I don't know. Remind me of my options.
You give one success to another team, or +1 don't die to a later roll. Impress, frighten, pin your opponent. Take something from your opponent. Opponent is knocked unconscious. You don't need to roll to overcome exact same trouble in the future. Your opponent in this case is the door.
No. Can I take something from
Logan,
the
yours
door? I'd
muted.
like to.
The option in the old book is avoid collateral damage.
It's not in here.
But
But
they
I'll
took
let
that
you.
one out.
You can avoid. I'll let you, that be an option.
That was too powerful, so they removed it in the second
They were like,
edition.
nope.
Yeah, it's too good for using force. Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say I would like avoid collateral damage or somehow be fast. I'm like trying to smash and grab at this point, kind of.
Okay.
Um,
I'll say the bonus is that you like go to break the door, and you kind of do it in such a way where it's not visible. Like you hit the handle or whatever, and it just kind of like shifts in such a way that the mechanism to lock is broken, but like you don't like break the door down. So it
I've
kind of
learned
swings open on its own.
some tricks in my time breaking and entering. Okay, and
Our Boy
what do I
Scout over
see?
here.
Yep.
What do I see in this?
You see an operating room.
Okay.
Um, unless you are looking for something specific, it's gonna look like a usual operating room, maybe extra fancy, like a little sci-fi, like maybe more extra than what you've seen before. But you see like patient lists, there's charts, there's um
There a computer in this room?
yes.
Hmm.
I take that computer.
Perfect. Just the computer
Uh,
tower, not the monitor.
We run
no,
into
we don't
this
need
problem
monitors.
before.
I know, we have to clarify.
Nope.
Okay.
I just grab that. I will close the door daintily behind me. Shimmy my way back to the server room.
Leave no trace of the 3-foot hole in the wall.
Leave
In
no
the server
trace. I'll
room.
put those cinder blocks back perfectly. I will then I will then go to Klaus's room, if I
Uh-huh.
may.
You may.
Knock knock. Anyone home?
No, lights are off, no one's home.
I'm gonna force my way into there.
This boy cannot be
Roll
stopped.
for it. Destructo boy.
Oh, I'll re-roll that.
Okay, because I was about to give you big consequences.
I'm very scared at this point, but I'm going for broke.
Okay, you break the handle on the door like it is
Do I see a
broken.
second computer?
Probably
You're
yes.
just gonna walk out
I
with 2
grab the
computers?
second computer.
Just collecting computers.
Okay, you can do that. How are you getting past our do-gooder secretary?
We've
Who
solved this
buzzed
problem
you
before.
in?
You need to get someone's clothes and trade them clothes in the bathroom and then walk out of the establishment.
Okay. How am I gonna get past her? This is a great question. Now,
Yeah,
I am very charming, though I am unfortunately
laden with
down 2
computers.
conditions now. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Question. Are we
I can
leaving at this point? Like, do we see him in the hallway carrying 2 computers trying to get by this lady?
You do. I think like you are exiting right as you see him like dash around the corner with 2 computers. So when you hear, "Oh, what was that again?" like you see him like you actually maybe don't want to hear that. You're just distracting him for like a second longer so he
Never
doesn't
mind.
simply
Well, you
miss.
don't need to tell. Bye, and then do you have a button to close the door? I'll get it. I'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucas is like, Mick, Birdie, I have stuff.
What
I
stuff?
see that.
Computers.
Why do you just have 2 computers?
They probably have good stuff on them.
Okay, Birdie, you
How are you gonna
Aren't
get
you
distracted
him
me.
out?
proud of me?
You want me
Aren't
to
you proud
distract?
of me?
Yeah, of course
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, perfect. I have the perfect idea. Kraka, I'm gonna need you to go. I'm gonna go into the room. I assume there's just like a hallway, and we just walk back out into the main reception area.
Yeah,
Like it's okay. It's like right there. I'll be like,
it's
Kraka, just
right
go
there. It's so small.
stand about 20 feet behind me in this reception area as I go up and talk to the lady with no name. And I'll be like, "Hello, again, it's me.
Oh, hi. How did it go? Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
it went swimmingly. I have a personal question for you. A personal
Mm,
problem, really. You just seem so approachable." And I like
I
lean in.
really am. I'm that kind of secretary.
Do you see that woman about 20 feet behind me?
Yeah.
I don't know her. She just started following us today, and she's starting to make me really nervous. And I just don't know what to do anymore. And I need your help getting rid of her. I'm only a teenager. I don't know if you noticed. I'm a chief executive intern, but I'm the youngest one to earn that title.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, honey, I'm so sorry. What? Well, did you tell her to go away? Did you ask her
Yes.
what she's doing?"
She doesn't talk. Watch this. I'll turn around and be like, no, I won't tell her to speak. I'll just say, Who are you?"
And Kaka's just like,
She doesn't speak.
she's not blinking because she's a robot. Okay. What
Okay,
do
so
you
I'm
want the
gonna
secretary to do?
so I'm gonna say, I don't really feel safe walking to my car outside because she's gonna follow me. So could you come with me to walk outside?
Sure, honey. Yeah. She'll you convinced her already. She's bought into the chief executive intern situation. So I'll let that ride. And she's like, "Okay, yeah, you just walk with me.
Okay,
Where are your
perfect.
friends?" She's like, "Where are your friends?"
That she already got him. Let's go.
All right, secretary scurries out with you to
hmm
where you don't have a car.
No. The the bus stop's down the block, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're gonna go the other direction and like just a little ways, like maybe like around the building, so she doesn't have line of sight of the front door.
Okay, great, great. And while you were doing that, I'm assuming you've like made hand motions behind your back for the other people to run,
We're gonna
make a run for
scurry.
it.
Yep.
Okay, great. She's like, "Oh, well, is this far enough? It doesn't look like she's following you anymore."
Oh my goodness. Oh, my
People
car
these
is not
days.
here. Oh my goodness. Do you think she got my car? And I'll just like distract her outside for a little bit until they're
She's
like
just like giving
definitely.
you like little pats on the back
Mhm.
and being like, "It's okay, it's okay." You
You're right.
know,
It is okay. Actually, I think I'm fine now. I've really got my courage. I think we're done here. Thank you.
great. And Theo was in the bus lane with his hazards on, blaring rock music. Um, and
Lucas gets on the bus and he's like, "Mr. Theo, do you have like a monitor or anything on this bus?"
no, kid, pure
Oh,
diesel only. We're not into that Tron shit.
all right. Do you think this like that motorcycle place you were talking about, do you think they have any computer stuff?
I don't know. I mean, couldn't really tell you. I've never really gotten in before, but I know about it. It's a very secretive motorcycle club. You gotta be in the inner sanctum.
Mick, I don't know if we should go to this motorcycle club.
What do you mean? I've got Rudy
But they
right
do
here.
great work
We
on
are already
motorcycles
in the
and
inner
Vespas.
sanctum.
Rudy's not a motorcycle.
Close enough.
Uh, but I think we need to like I need I need you to
Uh-huh.
look at these computers
Yeah.
before we get in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
And I don't think we can do that at a motorcycle club.
You want to do that pre-motorcycle club?
Okay.
You could contact.
It
Somebody
doesn't
could roll
matter. I mean, Lucas just wants to stress the importance of the fact that he's stolen 2 laptops from scary people, or two computer towers.
Got it.
I mean, if you want to continue the theft, I'm sure we could find a computer store where you can steal a monitor.
No, I was stealing from the
There were
bad
a lot of
guys, so
monitors
it's
in the
okay.
vac that one time you guys went that
There were. I
somebody
don't want
doesn't
those
know about.
monitors.
Let's plug these computers into the vac. Nothing could go wrong.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll go back to where we live and use my monitor at home, and it'll be okay. But that was
Okay.
after we go to
Birdie did convince
this motorcycle club.
them not to tell Sunshine Jackson, so
I mean, I did steal the computer in their operating room and in like the second person in charge's room, and drilled a hole through their server room. So it is a little conspicuous. I think we have maybe 24 hours.
There's no way they can trace that back to you, though. Impossible.
tentacle whips are notoriously hard to trace.
They're gonna run fingerprints and they're
Highly-
gonna get some aquatic robot.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's perfect.
Okay, great. So you
Okay.
guys don't want to do anything about it. You're just calling attention to the fact that Jaeger and Sons could find you if they wanted to.
We'll put
Maybe.
it on short-term pause.
Okay, great. Well, Theo is ready to go if you guys are to the Promised Land. And Kraka doesn't even know how ready she is to also go. Like I said, it's not far. You drive like maybe like 10 minutes. But it's a considerably different side of town. It's not like warehouse district. It's like warehouse district where nobody's making anything and hasn't in the last 10 years, kind of a warehouse district. So you roll up and you see the motorcycle garage with the Wild Hunt Promised Land over it. And it's you pull up, Theo parks, he walks up and he's like, "Hey man," and he walks up to the first guy you see, and it is someone named, let me consult. Someone named Anders. He's like, "Hey Anders, kids need some work done. They've been waiting to see the Promised Land." And Theo, it will turn to introduce Mick to Anders unless you guys want to do something else. But he's about to introduce you to and Kraka.
That's fine. Hi, Anders.
Hey, what can I do you for?
Well, we wanted you to meet our friend here. Her name's Kraka. Kraka, the trial of silence is over.
Kraka, you say. Kraka. And you look at, when you're talking to Anders, you notice that he is a typical motorhead, motorcyclist, moto club guy. Leather jacket, stitched the Wild Ride on his jacket, and you also see that it says the Terrifying Ride on the back of his jacket. And in Swedish, him, that would be pronounced Oscoria.
Oh.
So he says Kraka, eh? And he looks at Kraka and he says, "Who asks for entry to the Promised Land?"
This is great.
And and Kraka goes, Kraka looks around and she goes, Kraka of the faith requests entry to the promised land. And Anders, you notice that as Anders talking, he also doesn't blink. Uh, and he says, Welcome, Sister Kraka. We the free are part of the wild ride. You can enter the promised land. And he says, Wait here, and he leads Kraka to the back.
He leaves us alone.
Yeah, he's like, Wait here.
Okay, guys. Good progress.
What are
I
they
think.
gonna do to her?
I don't know. That's why I think maybe one of us should pretend to be a robot and see what is up back there.
I'm sure it's fine. I have
Yeah,
total
but
faith in this motorcycle man robot.
what is the wild ride? What is the terrifying ride? This doesn't sound all
It
promised
sounds
land
like they're
goodness.
having a great time.
I mean,
Can we see
maybe,
them?
but
Like, are they just over there, or like, did they go somewhere else?
No, like I imagine you're in the garage, like you're in front of the garage, and he like leads her into the garage and like presumably into like the club room, like the motorcycle club room,
Hmm.
Look,
which you can't be in unless you're part of the club.
we wanted to rescue Kraka from Pia. We've done
Yeah.
that. This seems secure.
I
the
just
quest
don't.
is over.
We've had Kraka for so long; it's so hard to let go.
I have no emotional ties to this robot. I've
I
removed her
have a
emotional
lot.
ties from us on.
What if they can help us, though? I mean, that's the other thing.
Yeah, he'll come back and we can talk to him. But I don't think we need to worry about Kraka.
Okay. Well, we still need to figure out what their deal is because they can't just be
As
collecting
you're
robots
talking,
everywhere.
Uh-huh.
you notice a very familiar Honda Civic.
Oh, this will be great. Pia will try and break in, and we'll just follow her in and figure out what's
We can
happening.
claim that they stole Kraka.
Well,
Yes.
she
Theo will
sees
break it.
you,
Mm-hmm.
Theo
and she
starts
is like,
hyperventilating and shouting and like waving his arms at
Where
Pia.
is Kraka?
Pia, they stole Kraka. She's in there. You have to go in there.
Who
We'll help
stole?
you. I don't know this man. We were just walking by and he stole her.
You called
She's
out for
like,
you. She said, "Where's my Pia?" And she got dragged through that door.
Okay, Pia pulls out her piece.
God.
And she is
Oh, he's
ready.
a robot. She can't shoot him.
Pia is ready to do business. She's like, Where? Show me where.
That door there.
All right, she runs up to the door, kicks it down, FBI drug
I'm
bust
following her
style.
like at a distance. I
We
want to know
follow
what's
you.
happening, but I want to make it clear I'm not with her.
And she's like, Everybody, hands up, Swedish Intelligence Bureau. And she's like, got the crossed arm, good old sweeping the room gun technique. Um, and inside, you see, looks like the inside of like a bar, but it's the private motorcycle club room. And you see a wide variety of robots. Everybody in there is a robot. Some look like robots on the outside, but like they look like almost some of them look like the shamans that you met in the marshlands. Some look like robots you've never even seen before, and then some look very humanoid like Kraka. Maybe like only 3 of 4 of those. But they all have the motorcycle jacket on. Um, that says the wild ride and then the terrifying ride on the back. Um, and they all have beer bottles and are like ready to fight Pia, beer bottles, pipes, whatever, and are ready to fight Pia for Kraka.
Let's
Over
go.
Kraka. So Pia's like, where is she? And the Anders kind of steps out in front of her and is like, who are you and what do you want, Pia? This club isn't for you. Kraka's ours now. She's joined the wild ride. And Pia
Can I knock Pia out?
yeah, if you want. Pia is going to keep fighting. Unless forcibly discouraged.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll knock her out.
Okay.
Classic tentacle whip
Classic Lucas
situation.
tentacle whip.
I make sure to do it gently and lovingly. I just give her like a little tap on the very
Little
top of her head with the
tentacle tap.
a little tentacle like flick at the top of her head. But it's
And she's like,
her kill
I
switch.
want my girlfriend back. And she just like totally collapses. Okay. Knocked out Pia.
You should make
A
it so you
room
never
full of
have to.
hostile robots who look at you guys in tandem.
They can't be
Pipes
hostile to us.
raised.
We just saved them.
We brought Kraka and we took out Pia, so we're on your side.
This is a safe space for robots.
Yes.
I'm half robot at this point. The tentacle.
They're like, what do you want?
We want to know that
We
Kraka
want
is
your
safe.
help freeing the robots in Viking land.
Do you now?
And maybe also taking down the collective. Do you have monitors? I
They
now trust
don't
these
have
robots with my life.
monitors. They don't have monitors. They're very they're not techie robots, they're like mechanical robots, machine bots. So they're gonna be like, weird question. No.
Damn it.
No monitors. Easy. They're like, Kraka is one of us now. She is going to live a life as a free bot in the wild ride. What's this about other robots?
Oh, you haven't heard
Well,
about Viking land?
we do know about Viking land. The thing is, we cannot save every robot. They must come to us. Because if they can manage to get to us, it shows that they've broken the programming and are ready to live the life of a free
Oh, well,
bot.
you should give Kraka up because we did all the work, honey.
Kraka is like, bitch, please.
Bananagrams, Kraka.
Anders is like, you have taken advantage of a robot in your care, and he raises the pipe even higher.
Oh my gosh, I raised my tentacle even higher. We want to help you. But we need help too.
What do you need help with? Why? Why do you care?
Because Sunshine Jackson and her cohort are doing evil things with robots. And we want to stop them. And you want good things for robots, right?
Just to be clear, someone's taking control of Sunshine Jackson's operation. She herself is fine and good.
I was waiting for that.
Lucas gives you a dirty look.
Sunshine Jackson is fine. Anders is like, we'll consider it. Like, we want to help, but we can't expose like all of our identities to, like, some of these robots are on the lam. Like, they can't just be in the public eye. Like, we can help you in the right situation, but we can't just like be an army if you need it, kind of a thing.
You
We
know a
still have to
swamp
be able to
shaman?
live. Huh? Do you know a swamp shaman? His Anders is like, I have heard of the shaman, but we have not met.
Random question for you, Anders. Where do you draw
If
the
the
line?
shaman spoke on your behalf, I might consider helping.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, y'all should meet because we did the shaman a big favor.
What were you gonna say, Logan?
I was going to ask him a question after the shaman thing's over.
Okay. Yeah. Anders will say I will need like a testimony, a robot testimony. So you may send you may set up a contact between the shaman and I will further discuss and judge your character as
You
a
got a
friend to
radio?
robots. I do have a radio.
Okay. We'll get Mick to set something up.
We'll get Mick to do that. Okay, Birdie.
Anders, I have a question for you. Where do you
Yes.
draw the line between a robot and machine? What if someone had a chip in their head? They were human, but the chip made them robot. Could they join the wild ride?
Robot. A robot is from birth.
Hmm.
They were
You were
birthed
created.
in, they were
You were
created in the operating room with the
you
union of chip
you
and brain.
you are created robot. Under your skin you are steel and sinew.
What if you made, let's say, for instance, you had a weird tree with spikes on it and you made a robot out of flesh?
um he would say these are questions that are hard to know. A robot eventually is made with programming in addition to their bodies being created from steel and cog and wheel. Um
These
and
sound like hypotheticals, but they're very real, I promise.
to be in the wild ride and to be a free bot, one must have broken from their original programming.
But let's say you break from your original programming. How do you know you're a robot?
Crockett at that point says, I am a robot.
Yes, but how do you know, Kraka?
Already.
She's like, you breathe, I do not.
That's it. That's the difference.
For now.
Pretty good one.
What if you were programmed to breathe?
You need to breathe, I do not.
Well, okay then.
You cannot be part of the wild ride.
You're not in charge, Kraka. You're the newest member.
She's like, I always knew the promised land was here. I was in darkness. And then she just goes on to like robo prophet babble.
Okay, Kraka. We're done here. So are you guys gonna take care of this, or do we need to take care of this? Pointing to Pia's body on the ground.
The Anders is like, we can dispose of her.
What do you mean dispose?
I don't know if I like that one.
She was going to dispose of us.
We'll take her. And we'll all like kick the gun out of her hand and then well, let's take
Scoop
her
her
with
up.
us. Yeah.
I
She
can't.
taking
I
her
can't
car?
lift her. Oh.
I lift her. Yes.
Do you think she has is her car a normal Honda Civic or is it like a special agent Honda Civic with like a computer on the console?
I think she's a normal. She's
Ugh.
deep undercover. I think it's a normal Honda Civic.
No access to a car.
Mick can drive. I think we've established this.
Hmm. I mean, we have a bus that can take us back, though.
You have
Oh,
a
but
fun
her.
party bus. Turbo bus, in fact. Have you
Mhm.
Better to
unhooked
leave
Rudy from
her
the turbo bus?
Yeah.
without the car.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm. But we need her to help us, I think.
Yeah, I think we can blackmail her.
With what?
We've done this before, I feel.
She's undercover. We know her identity. We just saw her bust in a room and announce herself as a Swedish intelligence agency thing. So we can say, we know your identity, we'll expose you, or you can help us. Choice is yours. Pia.
Pia.
I
Or
feel like
is it Pia?
the real persuasion here is like we can give her the biggest busts of all time. The Collective and Sunshine Jackson.
No, just one of those.
Birdie?
Richard
You're
Jackson has
delusional.
done nothing wrong.
But Sunshine Jackson was growing meat trees,
That wasn't
metal
her.
meat trees, and then made clones of us that tried to kill us.
That was
wasn't her.
Hallie Person and Anna Gertvold.
Anna, you like Anna one day, and the next day you hate Anna.
Under whose orders were they probably
They've
making those
gone
clones?
rogue. They've gone rogue.
What evidence do you have of that, Birdie?
I know Sunshine Jackson would not do that.
You only know that Sunshine Jackson has a soul, and that's it. People with souls
Mhm.
can still be evil.
Mm-mm.
Pia will not stay unconscious forever.
That's fine. We're on the bus. Having
You're
this
on
She
the
will stay
conversation.
unconscious forever as long as I'm around.
Okay, so you are on the bus with Pia,
And the computers
leaving her
and
car in
Theo.
Stockholm.
Yeah, we can leave
Okay,
her
let's
car.
rummage through her car before. Can I go in and like investigate and rummage through her car, see if there's any documents or like she has badges or anything?
Yeah, of course.
That investigate.
Investigate. I say it's unlocked. She didn't have time to. She was so crazed.
Or we can just take her keys off of her.
Or you can take her keys off.
What? Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me? Excuse? I don't even know
I would
what to
kill
do with
for
that.
a role like that in
You
Burning
just-
Wheel.
Oh my god, and Birding Wheel.
Yeah.
All right. How do I even make this make sense?
I was thinking, imagine if you got that on a Tinker or whatever. Make like a
I'm
so
just gonna
good.
give you
+4
like
object.
+2 Pia. And then
Pia,
you
as an
plus
item.
two
Literally
as an item.
X-ray her car.
And then you get to ask questions. You get to ask the usual questions.
There's so many questions. I don't know.
What is hidden here and where
What is
is
hidden
it?
here? Where is it? What does it mean? How can I get it? What threats here?
Where is it?
I think I have enough to almost
You
left all of
wanted
them.
secret files. You wanted like badges and secret files. So
What
like I
things
think
that
that
are
would
like
be the it.
incriminating.
Yeah. You.
Ooh, does she have a briefcase?
She does not have a briefcase.
What kind of agent doesn't have a briefcase?
I know. The Swedish Intelligence Bureau is really behind
She had a briefcase when
times.
she was Elvira.
I know.
She passed the briefcase. I think it was like a trade.
Is Elvira her real name or is Pia her real name?
Elvira.
Elvira is her real name. So
Pia's the programmer.
you
Okay.
find a badge that says Elvira and it has a picture of her face on it.
Okay.
And then you maybe see that you found like a fax or something that you assume comes from the Swedish Investigation Bureau that is like, meet me at the drop location. Need to discuss any updates on Sunshine Jackson. Yes.
Since I've rolled super duper really, really well, is it
Yeah.
possible that I find like a fax or a memo from her boss that says like, yeah, you really need to stop doing like you need to stop your robot obsession and get back to work. And I don't ever want to hear about Kraka again.
No, because she hasn't told them about that. They don't know that she's in love with a robot. Unless somebody's been secretly watching her this whole time. But she has never admitted her love of a robot to her boss. That's why she had, when you heard her crying to her mom on the phone, that's why she was like, I love to my boss. It was because she didn't want Crockett to get taken and she didn't want Crockett to get shut down. So now that Crockett
can I find
is
the name of her
free-
boss?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. I just need a way to get her out of her stupid Kraka obsession and help us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you do know that the concern of Kraka being like confiscated by the Swedish Investigation Bureau is now a lesser concern if she's part of the wild ride.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
Whether or not she'll like that, secondary. Great. Okay, you got that. Anything else you guys want to do while you're in Stockholm?
Gosh.
Is there like a computer cafe somewhere around?
There probably is. Yeah, you'd have to roll contact to get to there.
Do we want monitors? I think we should not do this at one of our houses.
Probably not, since I think they know where Mick lives.
And you.
You think they know where I live, but that hasn't been conclusively proven.
No. But either way, we should not do it at either of our houses. So let's do it.
Okay, are you
in
trying
Stockholm.
just to read the computer, or are you trying to like floppy disk save the information?
We just need trying to see what we don't even know what kind of information we can get off of these computers. I'll put them
Mick, you're the
back.
computer girl. Do you have any thoughts?
Not saving, just looking. Yeah.
Not saving, just looking. Okay, great. So somebody roll contact for a computer cafe.
Who has the best contact?
I have 4.
I have good contact, but I also have 2 conditions.
I have 5 no conditions.
I have 5 with conditions.
Like, you have 7 and minus 2? Okay. Let's your monitor, you do it.
Gosh.
I can clear a condition for you. I can try and lead you.
You could try, yeah, if you want. Or you could lead, or you could try and clear.
I'll try and clear one of your conditions. What are your conditions? Scared and exhausted?
Exhausted, yeah.
Okay, I'll lead you. I'll try and make it so you're not. Well, I'll just. I use my oracle cards. I'm gonna give you a little tarot reading at the moment to tell you what's in the future and why you don't need to be scared about it.
A pep tarot reading.
Tarot reading.
A hype you up tarot reading.
Quick 3 draw. A yes or no.
Not great, but I think that counts.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're no longer scared because I don't know, I flip a card and like, this is good luck, this means nothing bad is gonna happen, and if it does, it's
death,
unexpected.
but you tell me it's not a bad
Yeah,
card.
yeah, it's upside down. It's an ironic death, so that's not exactly what it means.
Death of fear.
Yeah. I drew fear, death, and I'm like, oh, but together they cancel out, so you don't need to worry about it.
Okay, luckily, Lucas believes you, and he feels much more centered. And he will try.
Birdie
and
always knows
contact.
exactly what to say.
Birdie does always know what to say to make
And I
me
just
feel
make
better.
the cards say that as well.
That's why we're such good friends.
Contact.
Okay.
All right, you do remember Johan, your fun arcade brother friend, mentioning a fun computer cafe in Stockholm that he and Michael went to. And you remember not exactly the address, but you remember like he was like, oh, it was in this area, in this neighborhood, it's on the main street. So like you could give directions to Theo and he probably would know where to find it.
Yeah. Okay, I will do that. I will get us to this computer place.
Great. Wonderful. You are at computer place. While you are pulling up, what are you doing? You're just coming in with two computers.
Yeah? Do we have money?
I'm sure we
That's a
have
good
some
question.
amount of money.
I think we do.
Isn't Birdie like rich?
I feel like we got money from something too for some reason.
I'll rummage through Pia's wallet and pull out a 20 and give it to you.
Perfect. Okay, I go into this. I've got 2 computers under my arm. A $20 bill in between my teeth. 20 kronos.
200 krona
That's
is more like.
I was gonna say, I don't think 20 kronos is literally anything. It's like 20 cents. 200 kronos. No. I give that to Mick. We walk in and I say I look at the grungy teenager worker across at the register or whatever, and I'm just like, "Hey man, we had some computer troubles at home. We need some time with one of the hooking up to one of the monitors so we can figure out whatever's wrong with our computers."
Oh yeah. Great. Well,
Yeah,
don't mess with the good ones over there. Use that monitor over in the back.
cool. Thanks, man.
Great. And pay up. It's hourly.
Yeah, whatever. Have Mick pay him.
It's like you and like 3 other good people in this computer cafe.
Perfect.
One person's
Okay.
on their headset practicing French.
What? It's also not practicing Danish. Okay. Make magic time.
Okay,
Make magic time.
no problem.
No problem. What you
Want me
want to
to
roll,
lead
girl?
you?
What do we do for program? Calculate?
Computer programs, and it's a sister skill to tinker. Yeah, program probably.
Okay. Yeah, you want to lead me?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be your personal cheerleader.
All right, so you
I'm
can't
giving you
connect to
like little
both computers at
massages.
once.
Yeah, the Klaus computer first.
First. Okay.
Sure, start with that one. I don't remember which one that is.
Helpful.
No, I probably do. If they look demonstrably different, I would know. Okay, let me lead you. Give you sweet, sweet pep talks.
Thanks.
It's not much, but it's something.
Yeah.
Da-ba-da-ba. All right, so you connect the first mystery computer to the monitor. And you can see that it is Klaus's computer, like you intended. Wonderful way things work out. And you can see that he has files. Some of it is encrypted, um, which you can roll to unencrypt. But the files that you do see are the different types of like prototypes for their um, business. So they have like the chip prototypes, and then they have like the different receiver prototypes, transmitter prototypes available. And you can see just based on like how his folders are set up and stuff that like he has clients, like he's got like, he's got Sunshine Jackson as a folder. He's got Craft Decor. He's got, a bunch of different names listed as like potential clients.
Okay. We'll click into the Sunshine Jackson folder.
Sunshine Jackson. You can see in the Sunshine Jackson folder that there are at least there's records of like chip sales, and you can see from the sales that like the amount that have been installed kind of roughly equal how many are in the collective. And that she has her own transmitter, and that model is listed there. Um, yeah, you know what it looks like. You could see, like, there's a picture of the model. You can see what the transmitter looks like. Um, there's nothing in it that says like the directive or the directive is attack or whatever it is, but it is very much like he just set up this system for Sunshine Jackson, and doesn't like have any insight into like what they do once the chips are there. Like he just enables the people to be bodified, and then that's it.
Okay. If I click into another one, are
Mhm.
all of their products chips that are installed in people?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like maybe there's a little bit of difference in like size of chip, and it maybe has like newer models. Like it's like the models have gotten better over time, and like the transmitters have gotten different over time, but like it seems like it's the same business model, just like with different people.
Okay. Other computer.
Other computer, great. The operating room computer. Okay. I won't make you roll for that one because it'll be like the same skill. Um, you open that one up and you see da 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 da. We will find out next week.
No.
Ah.
Oh goodness.
But it'll be good. Stealing computers is always the answer.
Breaking
Works every
doors with
time.
tentacles, stealing computers, all in a day's work.
All in a day's work, getting out of Dodge. Yeah. So you will see what is in the files of the operating room next week. Or not next time. Next week we're playing Logan.
We're playing Burning Wheel next week.
What even happened? Who are we in Burning Wheel?
Oh,
I
we're
have
still
to
dealing with that
marry
tree.
Martine, I think, is where we are. So
There's a tree. There's a tree.
There's a
There's a lot of
tree.
There's a
brainwashing.
husband hunt.
There's a husband hunt. There was just a
Oh, we made a
ritual of
committee.
atonement. There was a
oh, the beauty
committee.
committee.
The beauty
The beauty
committee.
committee.
Oh, so a lot of things are happening.
There's a lot happening. Yeah,
There is a lot. There's always a lot happening.
that's true.
Yes, there's some decoding happening. There's some translating of a book.
Oh, that's not happening as fast as we wish it was happening, but
hmm
the times
Mhm.
require it.
Yep.
Yeah, so next week, Burning Wheel, and then the week after, we'll come back to Things from the Flood, and you'll find out what is on that computer.
I don't like it.
Don't like it either.
Oh no.
Not a nice boy. So that's it. Any last minute questions, concerns, thoughts, volunteers?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Oh,
Year!
when I was in Sweden, I learned that in the 90's they made all of the arcades 18 plus because there was like gambling issues and like conspiracy on whether they created like bad,
Gamblers.
yeah.
Like
So
bad
I
habits.
really like that because all of our 16-year-olds are like illegally going to the arcade and hanging out.
Yeah,
It's really
totally.
funny.
That's hilarious.
I know the owner. I mean, what can I say?
They got good pizza.
They've got great pizza.
Just raising a generation of gamblers at this arcade. Great. Okay, so that's all she wrote. We'll see you next time.
Bye.